Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope everyone is doing well. Kindly type your name and ages in the chat box. Jazakallah khair. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحسنى إذا شئت سهلا. I hope everyone is well. Let me see whom all are here. Okay, starting from the top. Merha Sakib, Hadia Wajid, Ahmed, another Ahmed, Irene, Izia, Aliza, Ali, Aiza, Yasser, Falnaz, Harin Gul, Huda Fatima, Madiha, Mariam, Rashid, Ryan, Rihana, Rumaisa and Razeen, Safa, Yahya, Maaz, Ahmed, Rashid Al-Kuhaiji, Armish, and still more are joining in. So, Assalamu alaikum. If you've never been to this class before, we have a lot of fun. We have lesson-based activities and videos and games. Okay. All right. Good. So, Amal, 5 years. Okay, Amal. Jazakallah khair for sharing. Otherwise, I would have called you Rashid the whole time. So, that would be Amal. All right, guys. So today's topics are also going to be very interesting. Why? Because this is one of my favorite lessons. Really, today's lesson is one of my favorite lessons. But before that, let's just quickly hear the recitation of Surah Al-Jumu'ah. And Surah Al-Jumu'ah is the one that we're going to have Quran competition about in the end of August. It's not a very long surah. So inshallah, I urge everybody to memorize this surah. Even if you do 1 ayah or 2 ayah every day, inshallah, by the end of the summer camp, you will have memorized it, okay? All right, here goes.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون
Okay, little by little, inshallah, we're going to get through with all the ayahs. But for the second week, inshallah, that many are enough. Okay, all right. We're also gonna do a little bit of hadith today. Why? Because we need to learn from the character of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you guys remember that in the beginning of this week, we had like a manners class, right? And we discussed that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's manners were the greatest that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved. Okay. Now, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever covers the fault of a Muslim, Allah will cover his faults in this world and in the hereafter. وَمَنْ سَطَرَ مُسْلِمًا سَطَرَهُ اللَّهُ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. Now, what do you understand about this hadith? Does it mean that you should accompany other people with their lies and you should like help them with lying? Does it mean this? Or what do you guys think? What does this specific hadith means? Yes, Rashid.
Um, could are we gonna do crafts or other stuff today?
You had the question. No, today is not the arts and craft day. It's tomorrow. Today we have like a lesson-based story time. Okay. But do you have an answer for this hadith?
Yeah, what surah is it in? But what surah?
The hadith that is displayed right now on the screen. What do you think you understand from that hadith?
It's like if you do good, and Allah will help you.
Okay. All right. Jazakallah khair. Um, that was not the answer actually. We're talking specifically about this hadith. Okay. Inshallah, tomorrow we're gonna have art and craft. Um, so like don't, worry about it. But even today's topic is really interesting because it's about the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. And it's a lesson-based story, inshallah. You guys are gonna like this story, okay? We're gonna walk through it. Ahmed, kindly stop spamming the chat. I need to read what the kids are answering. Jazakallah khair. Okay, Muhammad Haider is saying it means we cover their mistakes. Okay. Haram, will you unmute your mic?
Yes,
What does
ma'am.
this hadith means? Yes. Is it only me or I can't hear you? Her. Can you guys hear her? Okay. All right. Haram, I can't hear you, but instead of discussing Roblox, um, how about you answer me in the chat? Okay. Harim is saying it means if they do something bad and are ashamed of that, so cover their fault. Okay. What's something bad? Should you help them in hiding the truth? Does that mean, because see, this is a lot of gray area here when we're talking about the specific hadith, okay? Safa, please don't send these gifs, okay? Keep the chat clean so that I can talk to you guys rather than just like spamming it, okay? Okay, what is an honest mistake? All right, let's say I'll give you two examples. Number one, for example, Abia lied in the class, okay? Abia, we have Abia over here. Abia lied in the class. And most of you know that Abia lied. Should you help her cover it because she lied? Or number two, um, Honey. Honey was reciting the Quran and she just like made a mistake. Okay. Now should you hide her mistake and help her? Hmm. Yes, hide it and help her, or help Abia with the lie that she made. Okay. Okay. All right. So there is a very thin line between helping become an accomplice and hiding someone's fault. Okay. Now, faults are what? Faults are the shortcomings of a person. Okay. For example, someone did not do their homework. Yeah. Someone did not do their homework. Now, the teacher is not looking for homework. The teacher did not ask for homework. Okay. So, if your friend has not done homework, now you shouldn't say, Miss, I did the homework and my friend didn't do it. You know, it's also called ratting out someone. All right. So this is what it means. Whoever covers the faults of a Muslim, Allah will cover his faults in the world and in the hereafter. For example, if you know someone is weak in recitation, or if you know that someone is weak in one or the other things, um, and then it comes to like, and it comes down to you telling your parents or somebody that you know that, oh, I know how to read the Quran properly, but then my friend, she cannot read it properly. Okay, Ahmed is saying, speaking about someone's mistake when they aren't around doesn't fix the mistake, it just spreads it. True strength is pulling someone aside privately to help them, not exposing them to the crowd. Wow, Ahmed, that's very mature answer. Barakallah fiqh. That's exactly the answer that I was looking for. Okay. So I think Ahmed has answered on behalf of everybody. And that concludes um and that concludes the hadith. Okay. All right. Don't push me, kids. Honestly, I have done this before. I can do this again. I can limit the chat for you guys. Really. Nobody will be able to see each other's comments. Only I'll be able to see your comments or messages. Don't push my hand, okay? I don't want any sort of stupid gifs where you're calling someone a loser. Amal, I think you know what I'm talking about. All right. Teacher, if someone did something wrong, if you hide it, it is good. I mean, you shouldn't be the one to announce. See, if the person realizes that I've done something wrong and the person is like trying to change themselves, so then that's fine. Um, okay, guys, let's go towards our lesson. Our lesson is about a man called Karun. He was at the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Okay, everybody knows the story of Prophet Musa, how Prophet Musa saved all the people that believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and led them out of the Pharaoh's regime. He crossed the sea, the Red Sea, and he crossed on the other side of Egypt, leaving Egypt behind. So this is a story after Prophet Musa alayhi salam and his people crossed the sea, went to the other side, established a system, and started living a normal life. Okay? All right. Long ago, in the times of Pharaoh, there lived in Egypt a very, very rich man who later became the Pharaoh's financial advisor. His name was Qarun. He was the richest man alive. No one could calculate his wealth and countless treasures. He was very miserly, never contributing in a single penny to charity. Musa alayhi salam warned Qarun several times, but he would not listen. So now what's happening is he was also one of the people that believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and crossed the river, but he crossed the river with all of his money that he had. And after that, when they settled down into community, he kept on gaining more money. Yeah, because he um, would do a lot of things to gain money. Yeah. So Musa alayhi salam warned Karun several times, but he would not listen. There were 100 strong, muscular men who bore the weight of the keys alone to Karun's treasure rooms. He had so much treasure that the people who would carry the keys of his treasure. Okay, now in today's world, Karun was like a very, very, very rich man. Like, one of those people that own like Amazon or one of the richest people in the world. So that's what Karun was like back then. And the keys, some people say animals used to carry the keys on their back. Some people say that people used to carry the keys to his treasures and treasure rooms. Okay. Musa alayhi salam said to him, "You're the wealthiest of the people. Do not be conceited because of your riches." Now, what does conceited means? Guys, can someone tell me what does conceited means? Okay, let's hear it from someone. Yes, Aiza. What do you say? What does conceited mean?
Selfishness.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Selfishness.
Now, why did Prophet Musa tell him that? Can anyone tell me why did Prophet Musa give this warning? Okay, let's read the warning first again. Okay, so the warning was, "You are wealthiest of the people. Do not be conceited because of your riches. Allah has granted you His wealth. He does not like ungrateful people." So this is the warning. And what did Karun do? He paid no attention. There were other people as well that were looking at Karun that used to live at the time of Karun, and they were in the same city. They used to look at Karun and his huge palace. Karun used to have a huge palace in which he would hide all of his riches and everything. Okay. And when Karun would earn more money, they would bring it on the backs of the camels. And there used to be sometimes 1,000 number of camels to bring Karun's treasures. That's how wealthy he was. But he was also stingy. Remember in the beginning, we talked about how he was a miserly person. So he would not give in charity. Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why Prophet Musa alayhi salam gave him a warning and told him not to be conceited or selfish because of the riches. So Karun paid no attention, and others who were obsessed with Karun's wealth and wanted the comforts of the life only said, how we wish that we had the wealth of Karun. Yeah, and they would say, we had the wealth of Karun, we wish we had it. Okay, now let's get to a conversation part. Okay, so let's get somewhere where there's conversation. How many times these days do we look at someone that is very rich and we say, "Oh, how I wish I want to be rich like this person"? Does this ever happen to you? When you look at someone very well, like Elon Musk, okay, or someone super duper rich like Bill Gates or something like that, don't we think to ourselves, "Oh, wow, this person's super rich," right? No, Mirha, I'm not talking about just feeling jealous. No, no, no. Looking at someone's wealth and then saying, "Wow, look at that person, how wealthy they are," and then wishing, "I wish we also had it." Now, these people, they were not jealous of Karun. No, 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 no. You're getting it wrong. It was not jealousy, it was desire. They also wanted to be rich. That was their desire. Excessive means extra, too much. Oh, wait. You guys are saying excessively proud of oneself is the meaning of conceited. Okay, Harim, Jazakallah khair for sharing it with everyone. Okay, so sometimes we also look at people and we also think, "Oh, wow, look at this person, they're super rich." Sometimes people like, "Wow, Elon Musk is so rich. We wish we were like them." But you never know what a person is truly like. You don't know if that person is a good person because of their money or is it a bad person because of their money, right? But those who had been given the knowledge said, we pity you. The reward of Allah is in the hereafter. The reward of Allah in the hereafter is better for those who believe and do good deeds. Yeah. So some people that could actually see that Karun was like selfish and conceited and stingy and never given charity. Those people actually said, we pity you. They would actually look at Karun and they would be like, wow, what a pity. This person is miserable because he doesn't do any charity. He doesn't try to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him money, made him wealthy, and he doesn't share anything, it's such a pity because he's not trying to earn any rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anyways, so Musa alayhi salam, being a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again tried to warn Karun. And he tried to preach him. He said, try to build a house in the afterlife with the wealth that Allah has given you. Do not forget to be good to the poor as Allah is to you. And do not try to look for mischief and corruption with your money. Allah does not like those who commit crimes and sins, the oppressors and the tyrants. Allah has destroyed many wealthy men before you. So this is the warning of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, that try to earn a good spot in Jannah by helping people, by giving charity, and then generally helping people. It's not just only about the money. Okay, it was not only about the money. Karun would not even talk normally to people. That was a very normal concept with Karun. He wouldn't talk normally to people because he was too rich. So he always was rude. Even if people tried to talk to him, they would have to pass like 100 people in order to talk to Karun. And Karun wouldn't listen to just anybody. You had to be of a higher rank if you needed to speak to Karun. So that was also one of the things that Karun used to do. And this is why Prophet Musa alayhi salam preached to Karun and told him to be good to people and be good because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you a blessing. If Allah has given you a blessing and given you more than some other people, then you should help other people as well. And if you think you're very rich or if you think you're very powerful and all of that stuff, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also destroyed many wealthy men. And Prophet Musa could say that because in his own lifetime, Prophet Musa alayhi salam saw the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh was a king who was very, very, very rich. He was the king of a whole place, of the whole Egypt. And Prophet Musa saw him getting destroyed because of his arrogance and because of his disbelief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there is another advice, very good advice. But Karun, he paid no attention. And an early morning, when the keys to Karun's treasure were being shifted, Musa alayhi salam went to Karun and said, be warned that the criminals, disbelievers, and the sinners will not be questioned of their sins because Allah knows them well already. So they will be punished without being called to account and will stand no chance of forgiveness. Wow, this is something really interesting that Prophet Musa alayhi salam said. That means the people that are really bad, and even the whole world knows about those people being very bad, those people are not going to be given a chance on the day of judgment to speak in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be judged for their good sins. For the goods that they have done and sins that they have done. It's not like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will listen to them that I did this many good deeds and only this many bad deeds. No. They will be so bad. These people will be so bad and they will be known for being bad notoriously, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will automatically send them to the hellfire. Now, can you give me an example of what sort of a person that would be? Hmm. Who can tell me? In the Quran, we have some examples of such people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says these people are going to hellfire. Who are those people? Yes, Madiha.
Miss, I was saying that Amal is sending unnecessary pictures. It's distracting me.
Okay, all right. I will restrict the chat. Jazakallah khair for sharing with me. If it's distracting you, then I will restrict the chat. All right, there we go. Now no one will get distracted, okay? All right. Okay. Now what was I asking you guys? Who are the type of people that will be sent directly to hellfire? Yes, Rabia.
The people who will be sent to hellfire are the ones who don't give a penny to the charity, and they have the tiniest worship in like faith to Allah,
Mm-hmm.
and they do many bad sins. They think they are the one who are like they are like very important, and they think that others are not important.
Hmm. Also, Rabia,
They
I
think
want to
that
ask another question. Do these people try to hide their sins if they're doing the wrong thing? Do they try to hide it?
um no.
No. Okay. And okay, okay, very good, Rabia. Very good. Barakallah feek. Those very good points from Rabia. Okay, Yahya, can you name one person? Now, I'm not asking you to guess. I'm asking you if you can name one person. Some people were told, even in the Quran, they were so bad. They were so bad that it is told in the Quran that these people will be tasting hellfire. Can you name someone from the Quran that will be? Now, these people we can find in the stories of the prophets as well. Very bad people.
Abu Lahab.
Abu Lahab, very good. Abu Lahab. Now, Abu Lahab was also known as Abu Jahl. He was someone that the Prophet ﷺ kept on preaching day after day after day, but he wouldn't listen. And when he would do the sin, like going against the Muslims and all, then he would be so proud of doing those sins that he would announce it to the world. Now, these are the type of people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even have a look at. Allah will not give them a chance to speak because they don't deserve a chance. Because they were given so many chances in the world. They had someone come to them and warn them and preach to them and tell them what is right and what is wrong, but they didn't listen. Okay, another name. Okay, Mariam. No, you know what? Let's hear it from Ahmed. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed, you can unmute yourself, Shala. okay, all right. It's okay, Ahmed. Yes, Muhammad Haider. Do you think
Hello.
you can name?
Samod and Ad.
Okay, the people from Samud and Ad, yeah, the ones that had gotten their punishment. Okay, all right, that's good. What about a specific person? Do you know like one specific person?
Pharaoh.
Very good. Barakallah feek. Now, there was not one type of pharaoh, right? There was a pharaoh at the time of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, right? And then there was a pharaoh at the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam as well. Okay, yeah, pharaoh. Very good. So pharaohs, the people that were the ones that did not listen to the prophets, those specific ones, are the ones that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not even have a look at because they don't deserve a second chance. And this is exactly what Prophet Musa alayhi salam told him, that these people are criminals, they're disbelievers and sinners. They will not be heard. In fact, they will be sent directly to start getting punished because these people used to follow the desires and the whispers of the shaitan so much that it became their first nature to become bad by default. And Karun again ignored him and continued on his own way. Now, I'll have to tell you that Karun was not a disbeliever. Karun believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but but he was untrue to himself. Whenever it came about his money, he would turn a blind ear and blind eyes towards anything that was being advised to him. And Karun turned away with the camels holding his treasure and the strong men carrying the keys to his treasure room. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grew angry, and without any warning, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused the earth to open and swallow him up. Now, this was like how some people say that it's like an earthquake. Punishment came to Karun, his whole palace where all of his treasure was. And it was a huge palace, you guys. You know, we don't call palace a very small house. Palace is like 100, 200, 300 rooms plus. That's a palace. So he had a palace. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened up the earth and told the earth to swallow him and his treasure. That's how angry Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got. Now, some people say that it was like an earthquake. An earthquake happened and the earth swallowed him. And then some other people say it was like a sinkhole. You know how sinkholes are? They just eat up a place. Sinkholes are like that. And finally, with all his treasures and wealth, he lay buried deep under the earth, helpless. All of that treasure, all of that money, all of that, all of the people. And some people were also there with Karun that used to handle Karun's business. And they were as bad as Karun. Those people also had to suffer the same fate of Karun. Okay, now these were the people that were firm believers in Karun and his legacy of money. Okay, finally, seeing this whole incident, those who had desired a position for like a position like his the day before began to say, now we realize that it is Allah who gives more to some people and less to others. Had it not been that Allah was kind to us, He could have caused the earth to swallow us up also. The whole nation turned over to Allah Almighty. Now, the people, you remember the people that we were talking about? The ones that look at others and be like, wow, we wish even we had that money. Those kind of people. This one. This kind of people. Ah, how we wish that we had the wealth Karun has been given. Now, these kind of people, they looked at what happened to Karun and then finally they said we realize it is Allah who gives some people more and some people less. And those are the trials and tribulations of the world. And that's about it. Finally, the people that believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and followed the teachings of Prophet Musa alayhi salam learned a huge lesson from what happened to Karun. Okay. Now all of the information that you guys got can actually be found in Surah Al-Qassas and Surah Al-Ankabut. Okay. All the information. The story is literally in the Quran. Okay. Now what we can do is we can also watch a video about the story so that it's a little more interesting. Okay, let's watch the video as well, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss a bit more.
The Luckiest Man or Not. This story has been taken from Tafsir Ibn Kathir and has been reviewed for authenticity by Luqmay's Sharia Advisory Board. This is a story that goes way back in time. A time when Bani Israel lived in ancient Egypt. The mighty Pharaoh ruled over them and treated them like slaves. Life was miserable for Bani Israel. But there was one man among them who was different. His name was Karun. Some say he was a cousin of Prophet Musa and Harun, peace be upon them. Allah had blessed him with more riches than anyone could imagine. His palace was so huge that a person's neck would hurt trying to see all the way to the top. Ouch! His stables had the finest horses. His fields were packed with many, many strong camels. But that wasn't all. Karun had so many gold bricks that if you stacked them up, they might touch the clouds. He had bags and bags of silver coins. If he were to fill a pool with them, he could take a swim. And Karun had one more thing. A boastful heart full of pride. He was a big show-off and wanted everyone to see how rich he was. Wait till people see me. They'll be green with envy. And so wherever he went, he paraded the keys to his treasures. There were so many keys that a team of strong, muscular men was needed to carry them. This weighs as much as an elephant. My arms feel like noodles. The servants huffed and puffed. They wheezed and coughed. The people watched in awe, and Karun smiled in satisfaction. Just look at him. Did you see his expensive clothes? I saw his army of servants. I could do with one. Shoo! Get out of my way, you pesky peasants. A few wise men of Bani Israel saw all this and sighed. Don't boast. Allah doesn't like people who boast. They advised Karun. Pa, you're just jealous. If you've got it, you flaunt it. Karun could have used his wealth to help his struggling people, but he turned his back on them and grew closer to the Pharaoh, their oppressor. The wise men of Bani Israel reminded Karun again and again. It's okay to enjoy Allah's blessings, but you must remember to earn a beautiful home in paradise too. Be kind to others just like Allah has been kind to you. Share your blessings. Share? Why should I share? I got this wealth because I was smart enough to earn it. You earn it if you're so clever. It's my treasure, and I'll keep every single coin for myself. With every passing day, Karun became prouder and nastier. The wise men of Bani Israel warned again. Don't be mean. Allah doesn't like people who cause trouble. But Karun was blinded by the glitter of his gold. He completely ignored their warnings. He thought they were silly. He didn't realize that worldly riches are a test from Allah. One fine day, he went out showing all his wealth and pomp. Oh, what a royal display it was! It was like a colourful parade in a carnival. Karun sat on the fanciest ride people had ever seen. He wore a long, flowy robe made of the softest silk. His garments swished softly as he moved slowly ahead. An army of servants surrounded him, making sure he was comfortable. People watched as if a magical spell had been cast on them. Wow, look at Karun. He's so lucky. I wish I had so much treasure. Ah. Everyone sighed enviously. Well, almost everyone. The wise. Hey kids, to listen to the rest of the story, subscribe at
Oops, I'm so sorry. I thought this cartoon was full. Okay, anyways, we know the rest of the story. He went back to his palace after the parade and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was angry with him, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the earth and caused the earth to swallow him. And that was his punishment. Okay? All right. So it all comes down to your manners. It all comes down to our manners of if Allah will give us, will we share it? Will we be kind? Are we going to be like what the Prophet ﷺ told us to be like? Or are we just going to follow whatever we desire? But that's what it actually comes down to. Harim, I can see your messages. Why do you want me to open the chat? I can see your messages. You can talk to me. And if you want to talk to other people, then that's too bad because that's not what this class is here for, okay? All right. Yes, we have a blue cat. We definitely do. But before that, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Okay, just one question. Do you guys personally share your things with others? Let's talk about that dress. Let's talk about that shoe. Okay. Let's talk about that very fancy phone. Okay. Let's talk about um, your expensive toys or your expensive stationery. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. Do we actually share? Because right now, what are we? You guys are kids, right? You guys are kids. So obviously you don't have like cash money or anything because you're not earning right now. But what you do actually have is things that your parents buy, right? So if you see something that you can actually share, okay, something that you can actually share with others. If there's like, your clothes, some clothes you've worn and those clothes are still good, but you don't wear them anymore. Do you share it with someone else, like give them away? Or are you someone that will just sit on a pile of clothes and be like, ha ha ha, I have so many clothes, but not wear them? You will still end up wearing what is the newest and latest. right? Because that I've seen happens a lot. This is also something that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Sometimes we just happen to get up and do spring cleaning or something like that. What happens in that? You give away the clothes that you're not wearing anymore. You give away the shoes that you're not wearing anymore. You give away even the toys that you have not broken yet, but you don't like that toy anymore. You don't use it anymore. Something that you can actually share. Sometimes we can also give away stationery, good stationery, some books that we have already read. Yeah, sometimes I see that people just hoard so many books. Well, you can share your books. There is like a storybook or something like that. You can share it with other kids as well, right? So I've seen this a lot. I've seen this happen a lot of times. That kids hide away their toys if someone's coming to their house because they don't want to share and play with the other kids. So hiding away your toys like Karun hid away his treasure, is it the correct thing to do? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. Yeah, that's not the right thing to do. So what should we do? At times like this, what should we do? Now, who can tell me what are some of the things that we could share with other people? You guys can raise your hands, inshallah. Yes, Rabia. Let's start from you. Rabia, you can unmute yourself, honey.
Yes, we can get some new clothes to give to the charity. And if you hide, like for example, like Karun, he hit his goal when some people come to meet him, just for them to now, like try to ask him and take the gold away from him. Uh, it's bad to do that because um, like he does not, like he's not sharing even though he has plenty and extra. If he gives something to the charity, nothing will happen to his gold. Allah will make it more. Allah will double it.
Barakallah feek. So this is the concept. Rabia, Jazakallah khair. That was a very important word that you said. He had plenty and more. Anything that you have plenty of, you can share. That's the whole concept of sharing. Nobody is asking you to give away your thing of need if you need something. And if you don't have too much of it, then it's okay if you're not giving it away. But something that you have, Allah has given you plenty and more of. For example, I know that some kids have so many toys, but they will still sit on the toys like a Karun sits on his treasure, and they'll not share it with some kids. Some kids actually would want to share some toys, and toys are something what you can just get back again, right? Toys don't go bad if you share it with someone. Yes, Amna, let's hear from you, my dear. Amna, you have a hand raised. No? Okay, Romaisa and Razeen.
Yes. So you should share your things because
Give me a practical example of what thing you personally would share that you have plenty of.
I share my most of the time I give my clothes away to my younger cousin sister. She likes to
That's
wear.
great. That's very good. Barakallah feek. So you actually are also practically doing, right? Giving away the clothes. So that's good because you have more and plenty of them, right? So that's the concept, Barakallah feek. That's the whole concept. I'm not asking you to give away what you don't have. Oh my God, go out, get like books and get like pens and then distribute it. No, that's not what I'm asking. But if you already have like 1,000 colors, maybe pick out the ones that you have way too many of and then give it away to somebody that also likes coloring, right? Sometimes we happen to have so many sets of colors, and we don't even want to share that. Sometimes we have so much Play-Doh, we have so much slime, we have all these things that the kids love to play with. We have so many fidgets, but we're not sharing them. Why? Because, oh, I like this one and I like that one, and that one I bought here and that one I bought there, and this is why we can't do it. Okay, that was the whole concept of the video, and today's topic as well. Let's just conclude at sharing is caring. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That from Karun's story, one thing pivotal that we are learning is sharing is caring. And it's important in Islam that you share things that you have plenty of. Okay, let's go towards our game for today. Now, our game for today is going to be on Bluecat as well. Um, Yesterday we did like this racing thing, and I heard some of the kids saying, "Miss, someone was blocking me. Miss, someone was doing this or that." So today, what we can do is battle royale. We can do a versus thing. Okay, the skills you need is speed and accuracy. Okay, ideal time would be 7 minutes. And it's simple, it's not difficult. What do you guys think? Should we do battle royale? Maybe it's a fair and square thing. Or is it too difficult? Okay, I've not played tower defense ever. Let's do tower defense. All right, guys. Please join the game. There we go. All right. Just click on the link that I've sent to everybody on the chat, and you could join this game. Okay. It's tower defense. It's gonna be interesting. In fact, I was thinking that I would also buy some of the other game modes for you guys so that you could play the other modes as well. But inshallah, we'll take a poll for that because I don't want to uselessly take a coverage that you guys probably will not even play. Okay. So far, the ones that have joined are Mirha, Matiha, Eden, Mifzala, Haider, Hermes Urzine, Abia, Safa, Armish, Aiza, Haram, Hafsa, Rashid, Hani, SKK, Hamdan, Muhammad, and someone else as well. Zayan, Azhan, Rabia, Yahya, Ammar. Okay, quickly. I'm waiting for others as well. Come on, come on, come on. I know there's at least a 33 of you that join in every time. Quickly, guys. Okay, I'm starting now. Is anybody left? Is there anybody left that has not joined in? Monster. Okay. Um. All right. Okay, let's play the game then. Seems like everyone is here. Let's go, guys. 7 minutes started. Now, these are really easy questions that I've put together. In fact, taken it up. It's about manners. Okay? This was something that we discussed earlier this week. Good manners. This is your current standing. Alina's on the top. Then there is Merhat, then there is Eden, Mufzala Haider, then Abia. Ooh, Zayan went up. He's first now. Aiza is second. Aiza is first now. And Haram is third. It's about accuracy. And these are just general manners. If you think nicely, then you can easily do this, inshallah. It's not difficult. These questions are very easy. Ooh, double damage. I don't know what that is. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Okay, now Zayan is on the first. Alina is second. And Aiza is third. Yes? Guess who was it? Okay, I don't know. Who was it? All right. We're down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's how much time we have left. And Zayan is in number first, and Alina is second. Close second, and then close third is Ayan. Some of you don't have any points. Saud and Harim. Difficulties increase. Yeah. Is it a difficult game? Relatively difficult? Is it more difficult, guys? I don't know. I just wanted to see what this game was about. Okay, Zion is still at number one. Good job, Zion. The Alina is second. And now Aiza is third. Okay, good. Others are trying. Still, anyone can win. Okay, guys, still anyone can win. Don't lose hope. There's still plenty of time. Still have like 2 minutes and 41 seconds. See? Zion was on number one, and now Alina has went on number one. So there's still chance for everybody. Double damage. Towers deal double damage for the next 30 seconds. Okay, good. Rabia is trying really good. Eden is also doing good, mashallah. Hafsa is coming up. That's very good, Hafsa. Um, Ryan, I'm rooting for you, Ryan. Also, Saud, I'm rooting for you as well, my dear. You can do it. I think the poor kids that are playing this for the first time probably having difficulty with tower defense, right? Alien invasion? Oh, awkward. Okay, so current standings. Alina is in the top number one. Then Zion is second. Ooh, final boss. A terrible enemy approaches next round. Finally, on number three, we have Mirha. Fourth, we have Aiza, very close to each other. Ayan and Aiza. Harim, Ahmad. And then we have Eden, Haram. Ayan just surpassed Mirha and is now third. All right, guys, last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's about it. Zion is our number three. On number two, we have Ayan, and number one, we have Alina. Yay! Good job. See the leaderboards. On four, we have Ahmed and Famil. The fifth, we have Mirha. Sixth, we have Aiza. Then we have Harim, Eden, Haider, Haram, Hafsa, Rabia, Saju, Kike, Huda, Madiha, Mufsala, Armish, Hamdan, Muhammad. A lot of you are on the 17th position together. Then we have Yahya, Ryan, Harim, Mohsen, Saud, Awais, R, and Michael. Okay, good. So many of you have given the right answers, but I think it's about taking the less or giving more damage or taking less damage or something like that. I don't know. But GG. Good job, everyone. I hope you guys will keep today's class and the lessons that we have learned in your mind about sharing. Not talking about spending more. I'm not talking about giving money out. I'm talking about things that you currently have. Okay? And that you have plenty of. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He has given you, then you share it with others, okay? Inshallah. Next time we're gonna try the other gaming modes, inshallah. GG everyone. And سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Take care of yourselves. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Bye, teacher.
Take care.
مع السلامة.
Take care of yourselves.
Bye, ma'am.